Welcome to this edition of the GTAS podcast, being recorded on December 9th, 2017. I'm joined by the always demoralized Adam Miller. Adam, today's been a pretty, it's been a pretty nice day today, I'd have to say.
I would say so, yeah.
We went to the Monroeville Steel City Con, hence the
Cobra Commander
Commander get up. Obviously, Cobra Commander is very close and dear to my heart.
Yeah.
So, Adam, what did we do?
I stood in line and waited for Sherilyn Fenn's autograph.
I shopped. I got my Sherilyn Fenn autograph as well.
Yeah. I stood in line basically the whole time I was there.
Yes, we were there for about 3 hours.
Yeah.
He stood in line for 3 hours. I did my shopping, took photos with people. It was a really good time. The costume was, it was such a hit. Everybody
loved it.
Everybody was all about this costume. Can I take a photo? Kids were coming up to me. I had kids. It was really nice. I had kids actually be like, can I get a photo with you? And I don't even know if they knew who I was but I had adults. I had women.
Everybody. And he didn't break character the whole time.
Oh, I know. I was just sitting there doing the Cobra voice the whole time, and people loved it. All the vendors I was going to, they ate that shit up, and it was a blast. I love it. Steel City Con always is a fun time whenever I go there, and I used to go there to get like really cool memorabilia.
Yeah. But
now it seems that I go there to try to find like the custom stuff.
Yeah.
Like I got custom TMNT coasters.
Yeah.
I got this really cool It's Always Sunny poster. I got this like shark drawing, but it's like shooting
but like it looks
balls.
It looks like multicolored bubblegum balls.
Yeah, it looks like hole punch circles. I always have a fun time there, and I was there the whole entire time with the costume on, as you said, and Sherilyn Fenn was
that's the only time
sweet.
You broke character.
That was the only time I broke character. I even told her, I'm like, this is the only time I'm taking off the helmet to show you that, I am not just a maniac who runs around in a blue suit all day. She was so sweet. She was so kind. We hung out with Sam Fish from the Fishbowl podcast for a little bit.
Yeah.
And Sam's always he's a good friend of the show and always been very supportive of us. We've always been very supportive of him. You, Adam, actually helped him set up that.
When he first started, I was doing his video editing. Of course, that takes a lot of time, and I don't have much time anymore.
Yeah, eventually you taught him.
He eventually got somebody else to do his video editing.
He's been doing wonders with that channel. Like, he's grown that up to a good amount. So
yeah, he's got a pretty good following. I think he's definitely up in the like
more than this show does.
Oh yeah, he's definitely 200s minimum.
He busts
probably up to 500.
He is someone who completely busts his ass. To get, and he loves it. He gets interviews all the time, and he just goes to every single person and says, "Hey, if you want to interview, here's my card." And he's got cards. He's got pens.
Yeah, he's got pens with his logo on it, with the title of the show.
He's a good guy.
Yeah.
Good to always see Sam around. I love Sam.
I also got to meet Harry Goez and Kimmy Robertson, which are Deputy Andy and Lucy Moran.
The main reason,
that's the main reason I went.
Adam went for the main reason of Twin Peaks characters. You got all three of them to sign your Twin Peaks box set.
Yeah, the Blu-ray box set, and Harry and Kimmy are exactly as they are in the show in real life.
Yeah,
like I don't.
Sherilyn Fenn is not, but that's
Sherilyn Fenn is
good thing.
Like, yeah, but they're exactly, and it was magical meeting those people.
Oh, I know.
In real life.
I totally. Adam was just like, "Can you sign this, please?" She's like, "Where would you like me to sign it?" "Wherever." And he tries walking away. I'm like, "No, this shit can't happen. Yeah. This cannot happen like this."
Well, like that's the way I am. I don't like bothering fucking people.
I know, but I just went up. I'm like, "Look, he's being way too modest." But Adam here is you're like his favorite character on like any TV show. Like I think I specifically said, I was like, you are his favorite female character, and she's
in
my
television
favorite
history.
Yeah, and you're my favorite female character. Just what you did with that character was so great, and she's like, you could tell she was like really happy that she gave you a nice hug, and she also gave you a free signed photo.
Yeah.
So she didn't give me a free signed photo. I went back and eventually I paid for mine.
Yeah.
But you paid for your signature there, and she was just so, like, I think happy. You were, like, trying to, like, oh, my God, what the fuck is Bob doing?
Yeah,
and
I was getting, like, because that's the way I am. I don't like bothering people for more than I...
Neither do I.
Yeah.
But I just thought it was something that needed to be said, so I was like,
He did it. He basically explained that she's been my TV crush since 1997 in the most polite, not creepy way possible.
I tried. I did. I was like, no, I had to do it in the nicest, yet non-creepy way.
Yeah.
And it did not come off as creepy. And I think she really appreciated that. And she, although she did totally try to hand you the topless.
Okay, so there was...
She has a topless side photo.
Yeah, where she's like, it's like a side boob photo. And she like clearly...
Super hot photo.
She's like, well, you can pick whichever one you want, and then she like edged that one.
She totally was trying to get you to get that. You thought it was a test.
Yeah, I wouldn't have taken that one.
The one you got was.
I got the one. She sort of looks like it's like a picture from like the 1940s. It looks like.
Yeah, it's black and white. It's a really pretty
classy,
photo.
Nice photo.
My photo is just an old set photo, but I love it.
Yeah, from Twin Peaks.
Yeah,
it almost looks like something out of a high school yearbook.
Yeah, which is exactly what I wanted. But it was a great time. I had a lot of fun. I had a blast. I can't wait to go again, and I wish I need to get out there more often. I don't say I'll go, but I don't, and I want to go.
Let me tell you, the entry fee was only worth it because they were there.
I think that's why. I think all the celebrities were there for that Saturday, and because all the other days were like $22, and this one was $35 fucking dollars, man. Yeah, that ridiculous. Is a lot of fucking money just to go in. Yeah. Then spend more money. Mm-hmm. Oh, they're really trying to get you by that 3-day pass because the 3-day pass is like $45. Mm-hmm. But we had a lot of. I just had a lot of fun. You had a lot of fun standing in line, but
yeah. Well, I mean, for the most part, I was just helping people take pictures with Bobby. So
yeah,
that's what I did.
And you were my pack mule because you were just carrying everything.
I was just carrying all Bobby's shit because I was he's a little baby and he can't carry any bags.
Because I was constantly handing it off to you because everyone was like, I'm like trying to hide behind my back. Like nobody wants to see Cobra holding a bag full of shit. But
I know. Yeah, I know.
But it was a lot of fun. I can't talk about that enough. All right, Adam. Let's start up with the show.
Yeah.
We got some game news. You watched it. I unfortunately did not. I was very busy this week. But you want to talk about, we had the Game Awards. When did that happen?
That happened Thursday night.
Thursday night.
I don't remember the exact specific time.
Oh, who gives a shit?
But obviously, it's Jeff Keighley's Game Awards. I think this is the 3rd or 4th year that they've done them.
Okay.
And a lot of good games were up for, like, were nominated by fans by critics and by people in the game industry as well.
This year has just been like, as we did with our GTAS awards, this year has just been I think this is one of the best years.
Yeah.
For just games in general. It's been so great. At least on the quality aspect.
Yeah,
we're not going to get into all that shit again, but...
Yeah, on the loot box shit, yeah. Which...
I can't talk about that anymore. I'm so done with it.
Yeah. There's a little bit of talking we're going to do about it, but only... We're just going to mention it.
Just slight.
But, there was some crazy shit that happened. They brought on one of the first female game developers that had a commercial game release.
What'd she do? River Raid.
River Raid.
Which is a great game. I can't argue with that.
That's a pretty good game in the Atari, published by Activision.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they gave her an award, like a Lifetime Achievement Award. They had... what was the guy that came out and insulted EA?
I don't remember his
He's
name.
like, I got to open this card that says who won, I got to pay a microtransaction.
Oh, Zachary Levi from Chuck.
Mm-hmm.
He came out and was like, damn it, I need to... Yeah, exactly. I mean, I don't know what you just said, but yeah, he was just like, damn it, do I really need to? And he reached into his wallet,
pulled out a credit card and slided it through to cut it open.
To slide and cut the tape. Yeah, that was a funny little moment that I saw. I've only seen bits and pieces. You watched the whole damn thing.
Yeah, it was like 3 hours. Yeah, it was way too
long.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
They had a musical performance by a French band, which it was like a little bit of chiptune and a little bit of rock mixed together. I don't know what the song was about because I don't speak French. They had like an orchestral performance with like some of the musical pieces from the best games, like the best musical scores of the year nominees. That was pretty good. Nier Automata won best musical score.
Yeah, I have all the listings up if you want me to go through a couple.
Yeah, go through them because I don't know if I remember them all correctly. But.
Okay, we have best art direction, which no surprise went to Cuphead.
Yep.
Yeah, that's not shocking at all. Best action game went to Wolfenstein.
Yeah.
A game that was on our GTAS Awards.
That was my number 2.
Mm-hmm. Best independent game went to Cuphead.
Yep.
And so that's also not very surprising. Best fighting game went to Injustice 2.
Okay.
That's
not surprising
not
either.
surprising at all. Best family game went to Super Mario Odyssey, another game that was on our GTAS Awards. My number 2 pick of the year, I think.
Yeah, because Zelda was your 3rd.
Yeah, no. That was my honorable mention.
Oh, that's right.
My number 3 was Nier.
That's right.
So we had Best Mario Odyssey. Best action game went to Breath of the Wild, which was my honorable mention. Best studio and game direction went to Nintendo. That doesn't really shock me because
they
Zelda,
had a really
swept
fucking knockout year this year.
Yeah, they've been killing it. Best soundtrack, as you mentioned, went to Nier Automata, which hands down that deserved it. That is an incredible soundtrack. I love that. Best esports game went to Overwatch.
Not surprising
at all. Best performance went to the woman Melina Jorgens. She did for the Hellblade game.
Oh yeah, I think that won an award too, best narrative or something like that.
Probably. I don't see it on here. I just pulled up just kind of like a random one. Best VR game went to Biohazard Resident Evil 7.
Yeah,
100% hands down. I agree with that. Best role playing game went to Persona
5. Yeah, Persona 5. Yeah.
Not surprised at that either, but no. I was still hoping for Nier.
That was up for art direction too, but it didn't win.
Yeah. But come on, it's not going to beat Cuphead.
No, I didn't expect. I mean, there was another game I think that was in the best art direction that I thought might take Cuphead, but it didn't.
Yeah, best multiplayer game went to PlayerUnknown's Battleground.
Yeah, I mean that's hot as shit right now.
Yeah, so. And then the game of the year, which you contend is not bullshit. Fair, but Breath of the Wild won Game of the Year, which I'm not shocked at that. But we both agree that
we're both not shocked, but I don't think that it's the Game of the Year material.
You think it's still Horizon?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hands down. But we don't need to run into that. We went.
We talked about how much we love Horizon, and I talked about why I like Breath of the Wild. It's just, I'm not shocked at that. I kind of, if I had to say, hey, I'm putting money down, that's what I would have gone with.
Oh yeah. No, I'm not. Again, I'm not surprised that it won. I just think it didn't deserve to win.
So. That's really all I am aware of because I have the computer in front of me, so I can look up.
Yeah, I want to say Senua Hellblade's Sacrifice or whatever. Hellblade Senua's Sacrifice. That won Best Narrative, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, okay.
And then somebody else won something. What the hell was it? What happened to Edith Finch, I think, won
that game
too.
People love that game. That game is supposed to be amazing.
Yeah. Oh, let's talk about the guy that was definitely drunk.
Yes. Holy shit. Adam told me about this before we did the show today.
Yeah.
And I was looking it up. The Way Out is a new co-op game coming out.
Yeah, by the makers of the game Two Brothers, which is not connected to Two Brothers from Rick and Morty.
No, two brothers in a van.
Yeah, that's
with
not
Mexican aliens with tomato guns. But then his name is Joseph Ferres.
Yeah.
Could be butchering the shit out of that. But he was acting very odd.
I didn't. What made it odd was Jeff Keighley's reaction.
Yeah, because
if that guy had gone up there and just delivered that, I would have thought that it was
Jeff Keighley was clearly there to say, "Hey, want to talk about your game that's coming out?" And
Jeff Keighley was being a fucking stick in the mud. That guy's just trying to have fun.
Honestly, Jeff Keighley is just trying to be professional, but Jeff Keighley is not your
the fucking game industry.
I know.
But, all right, so just tell me this. If that guy had gone up there and delivered that line maybe slightly more eloquently, and Jeff Keighley didn't react in the corner like he did.
No, Jeff Keighley, I think, was just
he was fucking cringing, and that made it more noticeable than if that guy had just done that.
Yes,
what was unprofessional about Jeff Keighley was his reaction, his inability
Well, because he's sitting there is I equated this to Kanye West saying George Bush doesn't care about black people, and Mike Myers being like, okay, You know what I mean? That's how it was, and that's why I don't have anything personal against Jeff Keighley, but I just don't think he's as good as a host as everyone thinks he is. I still think Kevin Pereira is 1,000 times better than he is.
Jeff Keighley is as high as he is in the game industry because of who he has connections with.
Yeah. I mean, he just started out on G4 and then just kind of
went to GameSpot eventually.
Yeah. It was just really funny because Joseph Fares is just like, fuck EA.
Fuck the Oscars, man.
Fuck the Oscars. This is the Game Awards.
Oscars is bullshit. This is so good. Yeah.
He didn't actually straight up say fuck EA, but he's just like, EA has treated me very kind in the past, but this shit's
fuck this microtransaction shit.
Yeah, exactly. He did say fuck the microtransaction. Are we ever going to do a podcast without microtransaction talk? Is that going to ever happen?
That's totally dependent on the game industry, dude. That's not on us.
Well, Bethesda just did a campaign not too long.
Save single player gaming.
Single player gaming.
Yeah.
Who would have thought we would ever?
Which I think is funny because they can't seem to fix any of the bugs in any of their games. But that's a topic for another time.
Yeah, that is. Yeah, those bugs are hilarious, and you know they are.
Some of them. I think when you get like 80 hours into Skyrim and then there's a game-breaking bug, that would piss me off.
Yeah, that's fair. So, what else happened at the Game Awards? Anything else kind of stick out in your mind that you liked?
I mean,
it was a 3-hour fucking show.
Yeah, it was a 3-hour. It was a 3-hour show. PlayStation Experience was right after that. Obviously, Death Stranding trailer had me super pumped.
Yeah, the cup kind of. Hence, you haven't really. Yeah, the boss action figure.
Kojima Productions cup.
Yeah, you're just all on Kojima's dick. You just love it.
Basically, yeah.
Hey, I mean, there's worse people to be on.
Yeah, I like at least Kojima isn't Victor Salva or.
Yeah.
At least he's not diddling kids on the set of the movie that he's filming.
Yeah, or
forcing
Kevin
women.
Spacey. By the way, I know this is a complete. I just wanted to bring this up real quick. When we were at Steel City Con, there was a big action figure of House of Cards Kevin Spacey, and I was like, ooh, why'd you put that in the forefront?
Yeah.
But, yeah.
They're probably trying to sell it. They're get like 99 cents.
Good luck on that. So, yeah, the Game Awards seems to get higher production value every year. It gets more and more. Yeah.
Oh, the other thing, okay, so I really like Aisha Tyler, as an actor and as a voice actor and shit.
Mm-hmm.
She's a terrible presenter. I'm tired of seeing her. She's at every Ubisoft conference. She came out and did something for the Game Awards and just her delivery was like, I don't want to be here.
Yeah?
Yeah, I'm just tired of fucking seeing her. I get that she's a gamer and that she's cool in real life, but she kind of seems like a dick on stage, and I'm tired of seeing.
Do you think it's nerves?
Maybe. I don't know. I mean, I don't know her. I've never talked to her, so
maybe. I mean, maybe it's nerves.
It just I really got the impression that she didn't want to be there, and which is fine. If you don't want to be there, that's cool. Then don't fucking go.
Yeah.
You have a hugely succuseful show, Archer, on FX. You have money coming in. You don't need to do this show if you don't want to be there.
Yeah, you're kind of more on the line of maybe she shouldn't be presenting. She comes off as not. I don't want to say I don't know. Maybe ungrateful.
I mean, I don't know, because I don't know how I would have reacted at that show after all that shit was going on.
Yeah.
But
I don't know.
I got the impression from her delivery performance and how she reacted after her time in the mic was over that she didn't want to be there, or she didn't know what was going on. The show was set up really shoddily.
Okay.
And I think it kind of was, because the first people that come up on stage to get an award, they left off stage down the center staircase and went back to their seats. And after that, they started walking all the winners off stage left.
Yeah, so I don't know. See, I didn't see it, so I can't really judge.
Yeah, I think that maybe she was frustrated with something that was going on in the show that I don't know about. But It just seemed like she didn't want to be there.
Okay.
And that, and Jeff Keighley's just cringing when that guy was clear. He was drunk and passionate.
Jeff Keighley's just so boring to watch to me. He would put me to sleep just watching Like, his voice
he
is so boring.
He's like,
all right, everybody, thank you very much, and here we go. We're gonna get a new person.
You know who he is? He's like the fucking Barbara Walters of video game journalism.
Yes, that's a
like really famous, Adam, really successful.
I'm very shocked. That's a very good assessment.
Yeah, really successful. Really famous. Not really that good. Overrated.
I completely agree. I think Barbara Walters, maybe in her heyday, maybe would have been good, but Barbara Walters at the end of her is just awful interviewer. I'm sorry, terrible. But okay, Adam, what else do you got? You got anything else you want to add about the Game Awards?
Like, there was a couple good trailers for games that I hadn't heard of, but again, I don't remember them because I watched this last night.
You were mostly there for the Death Stranding?
Yeah, like when I heard there was a Death Stranding trailer, like that's what I was focused on.
I have noticed that the Game Awards have become a Kojima stroke-off awards.
You got to realize that Jeff Keighley and Kojima are friends.
But he doesn't run the show; he hosts it.
What, Jeff Keighley?
Yeah.
Yeah, he does.
He runs the show?
Yes, the Game Awards, he set that whole thing up from the bottom to the top.
Oh, then God, he needs to stop hosting. Get someone else.
Yeah.
Just make your money and shut up, because he is a terrible host. Okay, Adam. Some news came out about a personal franchise that both me and you really appreciate.
Yeah.
And we, at least I thought, never was coming back.
Bayonetta 3?
Yep.
Yeah, I can't wait.
Bayonetta 3 is finally coming out. Is it Switch exclusive? Or
yes, it is Switch exclusive. Before that comes out this February, they're re-releasing the 1 and 2 in the same pack for the Nintendo Switch.
Which I think that the Wii U version with the original first disc has shot up in price.
Yeah.
I think I still have that version sealed.
That's a good thing. I think I have mine sealed still too.
Yeah. But I borrowed a Bayonetta 2, and Bayonetta 2 is like maybe top 5 games on the Wii U. How good that game
year,
is.
yeah.
Not just that year, like the whole system.
Oh, you mean the whole system?
The whole system. It's like top. That game is incredible.
Yeah.
And I'm so excited. The trailer doesn't really give away much, but to be honest, did you really? You're not like. No one's dying for details on
the
Bayonetta
story.
3.
No, it's about the gameplay and the character is fucking awesome.
Yeah, that's all you need.
Yeah, like.
So I mean, with Bayonetta, why do you think Bayonetta why does Bayonetta connect so well? Like why that?
It's the attitude. Her fucking cocky attitude is.
She's got a stiletto with a gun in it.
Like that's fucking cool too.
That's so awesome.
I assume some people were like it's a sexual attraction, but I think she doesn't need that. Her fucking character is amazing.
It's not just this is the franchise that just shouldn't work to me. It shouldn't in concept. This over sexualized but parodying female demon woman that has stiletto gun heels and is fighting these giant monsters. It is a B movie on
There's
game.
Fucking time travel. There's all kinds of shit in Bayonetta.
It just doesn't feel like a game that should work, but it does.
Yeah, I think because it's fucking batshit crazy. It's like Crank.
Yeah. Well, we differ on Crank.
I like Crank 2 better. You like Crank 1 better.
And I hate Crank 2. Do you hate Crank 1 or you just don't like it?
No, I just don't like it as much as 2.
I don't like Crank 2, but I love Crank 1. But Bayonetta, this makes me so happy, and I love now that Bayonetta is under the Nintendo license, essentially, because Nintendo...
Well, Sega still owns it.
Yeah, but it's... Yeah.
But Nintendo's basically the only one putting any effort into it, so that's why it keeps showing up on only Nintendo platforms.
Well, they didn't... No one wanted to fund Bayonetta 2.
I know, yeah.
And...
Which, I mean...
Nintendo took that huge risk, because that was that's their only, mature...
Well, I want to say that Sega was going through some rough times at that time, and they had worse management. Now they're under
Nintendo at that time was so stupid in their decisions that I'm surprised they even picked it up.
I think that's part of the one of the good decisions they made during the Wii U era. But Sega's under Toshiro Nagoshi now, the guy that made Binary Domain, F-Zero GX, the Yakuza franchise. Mm-hmm. So Sega's doing a little bit better. I don't want to say that they're out of the woods yet, but they're doing a lot better than they were a couple years ago.
Oh, most definitely. I completely agree that Sega has been really stepping their A game.
They also bought Atlas now, so they own Atlas properties.
Good.
So
depends on how you look at it. I mean, it could.
I don't think that Atlas quality has gone down. Atlas is still independent, but they're published by Sega now.
Okay.
So, I think that like if somebody tried to make Bayonetta 2 now, it probably would have happened with just Sega. But I think at that time they were worried because the sales for Bayonetta weren't that great, and it's a lot.
Sega and Nintendo both within the last year is just like a complete 180 flip.
Oh fuck yeah!
Just
fuck yeah!
Good decision making, putting out titles that people want.
Mm-hmm.
Nintendo still hasn't come out and announced the games that they're going to be doing, but they even said that they want to put like not unpopular, but non-mainstream titles.
Yeah, they're like
non-mainstream franchises.
Yeah,
is I think the wording that they
basically
use.
They want new IPs.
No. They want to bring unfamiliar ones like not Mario and Zelda. Like those are main ones.
But I mean that's what I mean. They want new intellectual properties that are good. They want to bring back old intellectual properties that are ignored.
Yes.
So
good. Do this. That's what people want. Bring that small fan bases back.
Yeah, I mean I hear what you're saying, but like the money makers since I don't know when was Call of Duty 4 come out, 2008 or something like that. The money makers since that game came out have largely been first person shooters, and that's been the focus of the industry.
Yes, but Nintendo now has a system that everybody wants a piece of, and so whatever Nintendo puts out, as long as it's quality, will sell.
No, I'm not arguing against that. What I'm saying is that the industry as a whole sort of neglected the single player games, like with Bethesda's Save the Single Player Game campaign.
Yeah.
They've neglected new IPs and new fresh ideas and experimental ideas, and they've sort of relied on what they think are guaranteed moneymakers, and I think the industry is starting to realize that the interest in those is waning. Like, the only people that are playing those are people who, like, play them all the time, all day. Like, they get off of work or get back from school or whatever.
You talking about multiplayer games?
Yeah, I'm talking about multiplayer, first-person shooter type shit.
Oh, I'm probably going to disagree with you on that. I don't think it's declining at all.
What, the interest in those kinds of games?
In multiplayer games?
In that type of multiplayer game.
You mean like Call of Duty?
Yeah.
But Call of Duty World War II just sold a fuckload.
Yeah, but I'm not saying that it's not going to sell a fuckload, but if you look at those sales numbers, they peak around, I want to say, Modern Warfare 3, and then they slowly decline. And then they hit, like Call of Duty Ghosts, and they fucking dip off the charts, basically.
Yeah, but then they did Black Ops.
You mean Black Ops 3?
Yeah.
Yeah. Which brought some shit back, but I'm just saying, like, people are getting tired of playing the same fucking game every year.
Yeah.
That's why sports game sales have gone down, with the exception of FIFA.
Well, you need to change it up, and it's like, people don't want to do this, like infinite warfare, just bombed. Not bombed. Anything but a bomb, but any game would love to get the numbers at infinite warfare, but compared to a normal Call of Duty.
Yeah, they consider it a bomb because they didn't sell, 100 million copies, or whatever the fuck their ridiculous goal was. And that's the thing, like, companies have been focusing on games that will sell that much instead of focusing on a really good new IP that might sell a couple 100,000 copies, or
like Horizon.
Like fucking Horizon, which thank God for Sony on that one. Sony doesn't do everything right, but they definitely did that one right.
Sony's been doing very well with I wish Xbox would get on this, because it seems that Xbox to me is mostly relying on those type of games. Not single, I mean multiplayer based. Yeah. I don't know anybody who sits there and is like, man, you got to play this game on Xbox One. Well, what is it? Oh, it's either a sports, it's a shooter, or it's like a strategic type of multiplayer game.
And here's the thing, with most of the games that are on the Xbox One, a lot of them are also on PC.
Yes, I know.
So there's almost no reason to own an Xbox One. I realize that, like, some people are going to buy it anyways, but there's literally they've canceled every reason for me to go out and buy an Xbox One.
Yeah,
every game that I was interested in.
I'm not trying to shit on the Xbox One. I know it sounds like I shit on the Xbox One all the time. I mean, I call the goddamn thing Xbone, and I make fun of my friends for having one because there's no games for it. I want an Xbox One. I want them to convince me to buy one.
Let me tell you this, because I just looked up these numbers the other day. There is over 1,700 games on the PlayStation 4. There is under 1,014 1,400 games.
Does that include digital?
Digital downloads on game cartridges, or
What's
CDs.
those numbers again?
1,700.
Okay.
For the PS4, and 1,400 or less than 1,400 for the Xbox One.
Oh shit!
So the games are there. There's 300 games that aren't there, but the games are there on the Xbox. The problem is that none of them are worth fucking owning.
The only one I want to get on the Xbox One right now is Cuphead, but it's coming out on the PlayStation like in a year.
Yep.
And I just can't drop. I'm sure I could get an Xbox One for probably less than $300.
And I got to tell you, Cuphead is one of the few games that your fruit computer will run if you download Steam.
The fruit computer. Okay. Well, speaking of, interests for things that I kind of thought had died off.
Yeah.
One of my favorite. You know what? Fuck it. I'll say it. My favorite fighting franchise is finally coming back after a miserable last game.
Yeah, I thought Soul Calibur was fucking dead. I thought it was dead after 5 because 5 was a horrible mess.
Yes, unbalanced
I think we
as hell, and they took out my favorite character, I believe.
Well, we talked about it, I think, on the podcast when it came out.
Yeah, back whenever. It was,
that was like 2 years ago. That was like our first series.
Yeah,
that we did.
The guys talking about shit.
Yeah.
This is our third reboot.
Yeah, this is our third reboot. Maybe we'll stay this time.
I think right now I'm planning on keeping it this way. But Soul Calibur 5...
Well, I just want to say that when Soul Calibur 5 released, a few months after it came out, they were talking about how they released it 20% complete.
Yeah. It felt that way.
And it was fucking obvious. As soon as you heard that, you're like, oh, that's why everything is shitty and the game feels really unbalanced and there's not that much content in it.
Mm-hmm. No.
So they don't... They better not fuck it up.
I'll tell you this. I bought Soul Calibur 5. No, fuck. 4. On both Xbox 360
and PS3.
And PS3. And I didn't get them like... I bought one brand new, and then I bought the other one maybe about a couple months down the road, maybe at like $30. So it's like... I didn't get them at like $1 a piece.
Yeah.
So... And it was mostly just for Darth Vader. I just really wanted Darth Vader really bad because I didn't have the PS3 whenever I had the Xbox. Yeah. We went into that last podcast. Obviously, it's just a trailer. Game looks gorgeous.
Yeah.
Looks absolutely gorgeous. But I guess they're pretty much getting rid of the Cassandra character and replacing it with the new
with
version.
Her daughter or something.
Something like that. Because Cassandra's my favorite character in Soul Calibur. Because Soul Calibur 2 is my favorite game. Fighting wise.
Yeah, fighting wise.
Let's not get ahead of myself here, but I mean, top 20, 100%. That would be up there. And did we get an official announcement on when it's coming out? It's next year.
No, just that it's
obviously.
In development. Just that it's in development.
I'm sure it'll be next holiday season or something like that.
I would say within the next 2 years, it'll definitely be out.
Oh, definitely 2 years. Soul Calibur to me is just one of those games that just touched like this. Like when I played it first. I rented it at Blockbuster for the Xbox to have Spawn. I was like, Spawn.
Yeah.
Spawn was dope. No cape. Pissed me off. There was no cape on the Spawn character in the Soul Calibur 2. But he had this big axe, and I was like, playing that game. I was like, this game is perfect. I still think that game is perfect.
It's really fucking good.
Mm-hmm.
It's really good.
And then it was even better whenever I got it on the GameCube. Mm-hmm. The GameCube controller works so good. That game gets me so hyped. I fucking love Soul Calibur 2 so much. And when I saw that they were doing Soul Calibur 6, I was like, please, for the love of God, don't fuck this up. And I don't think they can. Well, they can. They most definitely can. I don't think that they will because they know how closely they came to killing the franchise with 5. I thought the franchise was dead after 5.
So did I. So, and maybe they did too. I know that they have a new director, new overall game director they brought on. So whoever did 5 is fucking gone. I don't know if he got fired, but he's not the head of the project.
He should have been fired. Fuck. Game sucked.
Yeah,
that game was so bad.
It was fucking terrible. It was terrible.
3 is an underappreciated gem too.
I love 3 is actually my favorite, and it's because of the story mode.
Oh, I was gonna say that custom creator is so funny.
Yeah, that's what I mean. You create your own character and then go through the story mode.
Yeah.
There's like a map, and
I don't know why they never did that again.
I don't know.
That was
they
great.
they have a mode that's like tries to be that in 4, but it's basically just a menu. Where
Yeah,
you
I know what you're talking about. It's just
not as cool.
Not as cool as the custom creator. It's
and
funny
then
how
in 5 they had fucking nothing. So
that game was bare ass bones.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was.
It
was basically like arcade mode and versus mode, and then online versus mode.
It reminds me of Street Fighter 5.
Yeah, just unfinished.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
That was the biggest mistake Capcom ever made, was releasing Street Fighter 5 the way they did. That game is officially like dead, essentially.
Well, they're re-releasing an arcade version, arcade edition, that has all the characters that have come out.
Okay, well then maybe it'll get new life, but I think you burned a lot of bridges with Street Fighter 5.
Oh, they did. I think they did. Yeah.
I don't think people give a shit anymore. You don't see it at like Evo.
Dude,
you don't see it.
Street Fighter 4 was fucking amazing.
How many editions of that? There's like 4 editions of that game.
There's Street Fighter 4. There's Street Fighter 4. There's Super Street Fighter 4.
What is your favorite franchise is still fighting game wise is Guilty Gear, right?
Yeah, hands down.
Yeah, that's my second.
Yeah, it's I wouldn't say, actually it's not Guilty Gear.
No?
Guilty Gear is my second. My first is Flying Dragon.
Flying Dragon. You know what would be really neat if they brought back like they're doing all these remasters, like a small little thing that they mentioned is a 4K remaster of Medieval.
Yeah.
And they're doing another one of the HD trilogy of Devil May Cry. Anybody want to do a HD remaster of like Bushido Blade?
They'd have to rebuild that game from the ground up.
Yeah, they would have to, but come on, Bushido Blade's great. Bushido Blade 2, maybe not so good, but I still had fun with Bushido Blade 2. I'm not shitting on it completely, but it's definitely a step down.
Talking about remasters, let's have you seen the trailer for Shadow Colossus, the new Shadow Colossus?
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks fucking gorgeous. There's individual blades of grass.
Shadow of the Colossus is top 5 games of all time for me. I'm just doing top this. But yes, I'm dead serious when I say that Soul Calibur 2 is in my top 20 games of all time. Shadow of the Colossus is in my top 5 games of all time.
Okay.
Might be even top 3.
I don't know if it's up there, but I will say that like very few games have produced the emotional response.
Besides Resident Evil 4, that's the game I've beaten the most. I've beaten Resident Evil 4
and Shadow Colossus the most.
Yes, I've beaten Resident Evil 4 4 times, and I've beat Shadow Colossus 3.
I've beaten MGS 3 7 times, and I've beaten
Loser.
I've beaten Resident Evil 4 times as well.
That game's so good though.
Yeah.
Metal Gear Solid 4 is I just could never go through that more.
3, not 4.
No, that's what I'm talking about.
Oh.
I'm saying Resident Evil 4.
Yeah.
It's that good. But MGS 3, MGS 3 is still my favorite Metal Gear Solid.
Yeah.
It's just that I could never go through that game twice. That game is just huge and just it's epic. I'll contend that one of my favorite scenes in any game is whenever you're being shot at by the turrets and you're going up that mountain as Snake.
Yeah.
That's epic. I love that scene. I'm sorry. I keep interrupting you. What were you saying a little bit earlier, though, Adam? You're talking about your remasters?
Oh, yeah, Shadow of the Colossus.
Yeah, what about it?
It looks amazing. And I was just going to say that, like, very, very few games can produce that emotional response in me. Like, you feel like a fucking bad man taking those fucking things down.
Yeah, I know.
I don't think I've gotten that feeling from any other game. Maybe like Metal Gear Solid when you.
I'll tell you right now, you
would.
If I know you haven't played it, but if you got that last, even Tegan talked about it. The last maybe half hour of The Last Guardian is
mind blowing.
Yes. The last couple scenes of Last Guardian
It reminds me too much of Ico, and I don't like Ico at all.
I know, but it's better. I think it's better than Ico. I think.
Yeah.
And I love Ico. I love all 3 of those games so much.
Yeah,
but Shadow of the Colossus is a whole other level to me.
Yeah.
But Last Guardian is a nice way to put it. What is the word? Amalgamation? Am I saying that right?
Amalgamation?
Amalgamation.
There you go.
See, I know there's a reason why you're around on this show sometimes, Adam. But amalgamation of the two is Last Guardian. But very excited. Mid-February is, I believe, when we get to
I think like
Colossus.
20th, I want to say maybe? Or 18th maybe?
I think it's 18th or 16th. Those two numbers are sticking in my head. And I was talking with you a little earlier about this, man, it sucks. I'm going to pay like $40. I believe it's a $40 title.
The Shadow Colossus remaster?
Yeah. Or is it a $60 again?
I think it's a $40. I think it's $49.99.
Oh, it's $49.99.
Yeah, I think. I don't know. I can't remember.
Makes more sense than a $39.99 title for something like as big as that. But it sucks because I'm going to have that game beat in such a short amount of time. Because I have the game memorized like the back of my hand. It's like Resident Evil 4. I just go through it like boom, boom, boom. It's not even like skill. Like people watch me play Shadow of the Colossus and they're like, "How are you doing this?" I'm like, "Because I play this game a fucking lot."
Yeah.
What do you want, man?
I'm just gonna say that like in the trailer that they show, they're interviewing some of the team. They don't necessarily rule out the fact that they're putting the other 16 Colossi in, and I'm hoping that they are.
I don't think they will be.
I'd love for them because that's exactly.
I want it.
That's the only thing that game needs. The only way to improve that game is to put in the other 16 Colossi that were planned.
Yeah, I know.
That were only cut out because the PlayStation 2 couldn't fucking handle it.
Yeah, I know. I mean, you know me. I would all be about it right away. It's just that I know that it's not. You know, I know that they're not going to do that.
You're right. They're probably not going to do that, but I'm still going to hope that they do.
Oh, yeah, you know that I totally want it. I want it like nobody's business.
Yeah.
Game's so great. I would love if I could get more content out of that game. But, I just kind of am a realist about it. I just know that's not going to happen. So, Adam, MegaMan X.
Yeah, there's a MegaMan X Collection re-release?
Mm-hmm.
Or is there more stuff in it? What's all in it?
MegaMan X Collection, I believe it's 1 through 7.
Why would it be 1 through 7? Why would they skip out 8?
I don't know. I'm looking it up now. Stop making me look like an asshole. Jesus Christ. First, I gotta make sure if this is the right one. That's the other Mega Man X Collection. I'm trying to see. Oops. Sorry, everybody.
Well, anyways, everybody on the show knows that I prefer Mega Man X to Mega Man. I just think that it's way more fucking badass, but that doesn't mean that I don't like the original.
Including the 7th and 8th game, so 1 through 8.
Which those two games are fucking terrible. I'm just letting you know. So if you've never played them and you're excited to play them, don't be excited to play them.
They're PS2 ones, right?
Yeah, they're bad.
Yeah, they are because I stopped as soon as they hit the PS2.
Yeah, they're bad. And then does it have? Do you know if it has Mega Man X Command Mission built into it?
No, I believe it's
that
just
was a
Mega Man
turn-based
1.
RPG.
What, Battle and Chase?
No, Command Mission.
Oh yeah, no. I don't see anything about that. All I see is just Mega Man X through X8 in the PS4, Xbox One, Switch, and Microsoft Windows edition.
I want to say whatever game that Axel was introduced in, Mega Man X Command Mission takes place after that game.
Oh, okay. Well, the one thing I'm not really happy about right now, I love the idea of it.
Yeah.
And it's coming to the Switch, which I want that. That's the version I want it on. Where's the first 2? Where's Collection 1 and 2 for the Switch? We haven't even gotten digital versions of those yet. Like, why is Capcom just being an asshole about putting their title?
Well,
what, because their Street Fighter 2 $40 game didn't fucking work for them? Ooh, we can get the Hadouken mode. Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here with that bullshit. Fucking bullshit Hadouken. That's what you're going to promote it? Live action, use your Switch control. Hadouken. Stupid. Why? And you charged $40 for a fucking Street Fighter 2. What?
I know.
That makes no sense. And they said based on that they were going to determine whether or not they wanted to put stuff on the Switch. And it's like, really?
Based on a fucking re-release of a 20-year-old game
that you were charging almost full price for?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Fuck that shit.
Listen, Capcom is fucking dumb. Don't forget they canceled Mega Man Legends 3.
They did.
Fuck Capcom.
That just doesn't make any sense. Like, they know that people want it.
Yeah, I know. They're stupid. They're Capcom. That's what they do.
Yeah, they're dumb. But this isn't a dumb move. Putting it... I think it'll sell great on the Switch.
Yeah. No, I think...
And the Legacy Collection, too, I want it really bad, but I've just been, like, hoping that they'll put it on the Switch because I just want those games on the go.
Yeah, I think that,
I can't see myself playing Mega Man games just sitting down. I mean, on my console, like my Super Nintendo, yeah. But I want to be able to take those somewhere. Like, on my Switch.
Yeah, no, I get what you're saying, because, like, in terms of the complexity of games, those games are much simpler than what we have now. So they're kind of, like, made for handheld in this era of gaming.
I just like the D-pad on the Switch, and that's why these type of games, like, I want this... I want the Mega Man X Collection, the Mega Man Collection 1 and 2, and I want the goddamn Disney Afternoon Collection. Give me the fucking...
It's not on Switch?
No!
What?
Yeah! Why do you think I bought it on PlayStation? It's not on Switch.
What the fuck? That doesn't make any sense at all.
Not even the digital version.
That makes no sense.
I know. That's because Capcom has this fucking, like, hatred towards the Switch right now.
Whatever, dude. It's... Let them keep digging their grave. Let them keep digging their grave.
Well, they're learning with this collection, too. They're seeing that the Switch is kicking ass, and they're realizing, oh, shit, we got to start.
Let me tell you this.
Stuff
I'm going to make a prediction now. Within the next year, I think the Switch is going to outsell the PlayStation 4.
Ooh, that's a big prediction. Jeez. I don't think that, and I love the system, but, hey.
You don't think that? You think a year's not... I mean, it's going to happen.
You think?
Do you think a year is too little amount of time? You think they need more, like 2 years?
Definitely more than 2 years.
I'm telling you, with the way Nintendo's been knocking it out of the park, if they keep this up, they're going to be the best selling console. It's not a question. It's not. This is a Wii with gimmicky bullshit games in it that every drunk idiot wants to play Wii bowling. It's not fucking like that.
I even hear that. Hey, don't fucking make fun of Wii bowling, you fuck.
I love Wii bowling. I'm just saying that's the reason that the Wii sold. Nobody bought any fucking games on the Wii. They just bought the Wii and Wii Sports if it didn't come with it.
The good thing about the Switch is that the gimmicky shit that they do with it actually works good. Like, apparently Skyrim with the shield and your weapon with the Joy-Cons works well. Apparently.
Yeah.
I can't say from personal experience, but from what I've heard, it works. And so Capcom did do a good thing where they released the announcement for Mega Man 11, which I always thought was X2.
Really?
Well, I always thought Mega Man 1 through 9 and then X was 10. I just thought in a numerical sense.
But I mean, they already made 9 and 10, so I mean that already blew your theory out of the water.
Yeah, I guess so.
But anyways, and you know what? It doesn't look like, because you know how with 9 and 10 they made them look like NES
9 was great.
Games? No, they're both good, but they made them look like NES games. This one, they're going with the more Mega Man 7, Mega Man 8 look and approach.
Yeah.
So,
which I'm completely okay with that.
it looks good. Looks good.
You finished out the 10 on the... Now, if you're going to move on, move on.
Yeah.
I like the art style, to be honest. I like it a lot.
In the new one?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it looks good.
I think it looks really nice. Some of the pictures are just... Some of these backgrounds are just gorgeous looking.
Yeah.
So I'm very happy about that. So... I'm trying to see when... Did they give a release date for that?
I don't remember.
No, initial release date is still slated for just 2018.
Yeah. I was going to say, I don't remember them saying
it looks like what Mighty Number 9 should have been.
Let's not talk about that.
Yeah, you bought the special collector's edition of that game.
You were going to, too.
Yeah, and then I looked at it. I was like, nope. Thank you.
I think it was a piece of shit. All right. What do we got next? What's going on?
The next topic we have is Quentin Tarantino.
Yeah, doing a Star Trek.
You know Quentin Tarantino.
Of course I do. Not from Star Trek.
No. He's a massive Star Trek fan, though.
Yeah, this is news to me.
So, Quentin Tarantino, famous director. One of the top directors for sure, I think.
Yeah,
Once again, another Bobby's top for this podcast. But
everything is the top.
Everything is the top. That's like my friend Brian is. Everything he says is the greatest in history. He'll say that's the greatest show in history. That's the greatest game in history. That's the greatest team in history. He always says that. But Quentin Tarantino is a really talented director.
Yeah, he is.
The only movie I still contest that.
I don't like Kill Bill. Sorry.
Ooh.
Yeah, I know that's one of everybody's favorite films.
I love Kill Bill.
I fucking hate Kill Bill.
Why?
Because I just don't.
It's fine if you don't like it.
It's just it's boring to me.
Ooh.
Yeah, I know. He'd probably get really mad if he heard me. Well, maybe not. He doesn't
give a fuck about
what you think.
He's a good
sport.
I think that Quentin Tarantino's first 30 minutes or so of Inglourious Bastards is some of the best 30 minutes openings of any movie I've ever watched. I remember watching that in the theater, like, oh my god, this is incredible. And then the movie just bored me to fucking tears.
After that?
Yeah.
Yeah. See, I like Inglourious Bastards. I like the whole movie.
Yeah. I do not. Now, maybe I need to rewatch it because people say that I'm just insane for saying that.
Yeah, I would say so.
Yeah, no, that's just fine. Everybody's film subjective.
I mean, there's literally a fucking giant Jew that beats Nazis to death with a baseball bat.
That's in the first 30 minutes. Everything, the first the first scene up to where the bear Jew comes. After that, everything I don't like.
Really?
I mean, there are parts at the end where like Brad Pitt is like Grazie and you know Eli Roth is shooting Hitler in the face like a million times with that machine gun.
Yeah.
Like there are parts of it that I like, but everything in between the beginning and the end sucks to me. It's so boring. It's so self-indulgent. And he is just not, like, no one was saying, hey, Quentin, this scene is just kind of long. Do you think you maybe can cut out, like, 10 minutes of it?
Yeah, okay, all right. I'll give you that.
Like, that whole bar scene at the bottom, just with the card game. And oh, my God. The only part I liked about it is that if you hold up your fingers like that, it's like a German thing. And if you hold it up like this, it's not.
Yeah.
And so that's how they asked the guy, they were like, how many drinks am I ordering? He's like 3. And they knew he was a spy because he didn't hold it up the German way. Which it's weird because I hold 3 up that way.
Fucking piece of shit.
Yeah, I know. What are you going to do? So the one thing is that he's a huge Star Trek fan. And he wishes that... And he also has a big vendetta against Star Wars. He really hates Star Wars right now.
Why?
Because he believes that Disney caused his Hateful Eight movie that came out around the same time as Star Wars The Force Awakens. It failed because everyone was picking Star Wars over his film.
That's his fault.
That's don't release it at Star Wars time.
Yeah.
That's a fucking juggernaut of a movie.
Yeah, whoever was in your production company that decided that was a good time and that was a good movie to go up against, they were a fucking idiot. You can't be mad at Disney because your production company is fucking stupid.
He said that, yeah, all the... to get his movie in, the theaters would cost more, and they were using more theaters to run Star Wars back to back, and so he does not like Disney right now with Star Wars, but he's always been as I said, he's always been a Star Trek fan. So he went to J.J. Abrams, who did the first 2 rebooted Star Trek movies, directed them, and I think helped produce them, and said, hey, I have a good idea for Star Trek. Do you want to hear it out? Quentin said yes. Quentin liked the idea and went to Paramount and said, I believe Paramount is the company. I'm almost positive.
Yeah, I think for the Star Trek movies,
yeah.
I'm pretty sure
I think it's Paramount. Went to Paramount and said, here's Quentin Tarantino. You know who he is. And said, hey, we want to do a Star Trek movie. Any interest? And they were like, yeah, we do. Because right now, I love the 3 Star Trek movies. I think that Star Trek Beyond was incredible. Still like the first reboot one better, but you know, that's here or there. But it didn't make that much money. Star Trek just is not Star Wars. It's just not. So they were probably like, okay, whatever we want to do to breathe some life into this franchise. We're fine with that.
Well, not only that, you got to realize that what Quentin Tarantino did before Hateful Eight was Django Unchained, which was arguably one of the most controversial, talked about films of that year.
And it was a juggernaut. Made a lot of money.
Yeah, it did exceptionally well in the box office. So that's another reason why they're like, fuck yeah, we're interested in Quentin Tarantino.
Well, people go see Quentin Tarantino just because his name is on it. It's almost the Christopher Nolan effect or the Spielberg effect.
Yeah.
You can throw their name on there and someone says, I will see that movie because they have a great
track record.
Yes. Now, J.J. Abrams and Paramount and Quentin Tarantino, it looks like this could happen. Like, they're really fast-tracking this to production.
Yeah.
They put a writer's room together, but apparently Quentin Tarantino says he wants it to be R-rated. As a Star Trek fan, I don't know if I like that.
Okay.
But how about you, from a non-Star Trek fan, how do you look at it?
I've never been interested in Star Trek, so let's just get that out of there.
Yeah, that's why I'm asking you about it.
Okay, so are we talking Quentin Tarantino R-rated, or are we talking like R-rated movie because maybe it swears twice, or
Quentin Tarantino.
Yeah, if we're doing a Quentin Tarantino R-rated movie, I don't think it fits into the universe.
Yeah.
I don't. If we're doing R-rated, like maybe somebody gets blown up, or, somebody says fuck more than once because, you get your PG-13 one fuck.
Yeah. Now, I've been watching Star Trek Voyager, and there is a scene where they say fuck, and a lot of people lost their minds. But you know what? I'm sorry. Older Star Trek fans are fucking nuts. They are way too whiny. They non-stop bitching and moaning. This isn't the Star Trek I grew up with. Get over yourself. Get over it. It's a dead franchise. Sorry that if you want your franchise to continue, you gotta have some fucking life in it. And you're not gonna get shit from, like, I went in there, I was like, Star Trek after Star Trek fucking Nemesis, which fucking killed the franchise. And then they did fucking Star Trek, and I'm like, I'm swearing so much, I feel like I'm in a Quentin Tarantino movie. But Star Trek Enterprise was a bust, although Star Trek Enterprise I thought it was okay. It just was a bust. The fan base was dying off. They weren't getting new fans, so they did this Star Trek reboot. And I thought it was great. I thought the cast was great, and the universe, they did this parallel universe where they kind of fixed all the errors of the older stuff that they messed up. And these Star Trek fans just non-stop just hate on it. Non-stop. Well, bitch, moan. Bitch, moan. That's all I hear from the Star Trek community. And there are some people who like and it seems that the Star Trek community doesn't like Star Trek Discovery. But newer people like it. And that's what you want. I'm sorry. Fuck the old fans.
Because they're not going to lose all the old fans, and they know that, and they're gaining new fans. So if they gain more fans than the whiny ones that they lose,
that's why
they don't give a shit.
I thought it was a mistake to put this all-access CBS to promote Discovery, because nobody new is going to pay to watch a new Star Trek show unless word of mouth is that good that they said, you need to watch this show.
Well, I mean, that's a corporation making a fucking dumb decision. We talk about that every podcast.
Yeah, it's just... This is a good way, I think. I'm willing to deal with the R rating. Even though I don't fit.
I don't want a Tarantino R, is what I'm saying. I think that's...
But I think it is a smart decision.
What, to do an R?
No, to get Quentin Tarantino.
Oh, yeah. No, as a director, yes.
See what he does.
I just don't want a Tarantino R where people are being dismembered every 5 seconds and there's blood everywhere. Yeah. Every other word is fuck. Like, we don't need that in Star Trek. It just doesn't work with that universe.
And and to say Quentin Tarantino I love Quentin Tarantino so much. And when he said it was Star Trek, I was like, that's amazing. I love that news. But then when he apparently demanded that it be R, I was like, come on, Quentin, can you just step out of your wheelhouse a little bit and just not direct something like that, please? But hey, this movie could be amazing. It could also suck. But I also think it's pretty crazy that this is the first time Quentin Tarantino is directing something that he did not raise up and cradle and nurture.
Yeah.
This is an established franchise. But the thing is, I think that Paramount is at the end of its ropes, that they're like, we don't know what to do with this franchise. We don't want to let it die. The movies make okay, but they're not breaking any bank.
Yeah.
And I think that I think it's a smart decision. As I said, I don't really disagree with the R rating, but at the same time, I am willing to adapt. I am willing to see what they give me.
That's what humans are supposed to be good at. And
no, because everybody's a crybaby bitch and needs it their own way.
Humans are supposed to adapt. That's what you're supposed to be good at. Well, I'm just telling you that.
That's fine. In
my soft, soothing voice.
It's just... Star Trek Discovery is a great show. I think it's a great show.
Yeah.
And it's different from a lot of other Star Trek shows. There are issues I have with it. And there are some things I wish they would do differently.
Yeah, but think about any other Star Trek thing. Are there issues that you have with them?
Yes.
Okay. So, is it really that different?
No, it's not different at all.
When you break it down to that simple of a level, it's not that different from any other thing.
I just feel like, why do I feel like I'm the only sane Star Trek fan in the world right now? Like, I know somebody who's a big Star Trek fan, and I asked, do you like Discovery? He's like, no. Like, why? It's just not really my thing. It's not really a Star Trek I really like or care for. It's fine. You don't like it. You don't like it. You can do that.
Yeah, but
I'm not saying
he's not like publicly complaining about how bad it is, and then also not imbibing.
He just says he's just not very happy with the route that they took. Okay, it's fine. But these Star Trek fans need to shut the fuck up. They're almost just as bad as these like blind Marvel and DC people that are just like, I love only Marvel. I love only DC.
Yeah.
Like, just watch the fucking movie, and if you like it, you like it. If you don't like it, sorry, Cobra. If you don't like it, you don't like it. So I'm very optimistic for it.
Yeah.
Obviously, until I see a trailer, that's fine. I just kind of thought that an hard R, could be a light R, I don't know.
That's what I mean. Yeah, okay, that's a good way to put it. Hard R is probably not a good direction.
Yeah, I mean, I'm fine with, like, if it being violence, because Star Trek does violent stuff. They don't show it, but, like...
Stuff happens. People die.
People die, like, very gruesomely, but, you know, they work on a budget, and they're on TV or on a movie. They just, you know...
Don't usually show it.
In Star Trek 3, the movie, Captain Kirk's son is fighting with a Klingon, and the Klingon just grabs a knife and just plunges it like right into his chest. You don't see it, but you just hear this like, ugh! And it's like he just fucking stabbed his son right in front of him in the chest, real quick. Like, so you know, it's whatever. I'm kind of like stuttering a little bit because I'm just kind of getting flustered because Star Trek fans, I have the biggest problem with Star Trek fans who just cannot let things go. Like, your franchise is dying, and I love Star. Look. Like, that's my wallet. I love Star Trek. Like, I do. My middle name on Facebook is Tiberius. I fucking love... I've been going by Tiberius since 11th grade. Nobody knows my middle name. It's just Tiberius to everybody. But it's just that...
His real middle name is Sally.
It's not. It's really not. But... that's just all I really wanted to go into it. There's not a lot of details. It's still in the production. It could never even happen for all I know. Something could fall out. Quentin Tarantino could just say, fuck this, and, you know. I'm color me optimistic.
Okay. That sounds good to me. I mean, I'm probably not going to go see it anyways because I'm not interested in Star Trek, but I'd be more interested in a Star Trek that was directed by Quentin Tarantino that wasn't a hard R.
Yes, but that's exactly, though, what they're trying to do with this. Mm-hmm. I know a bunch of people will go see that movie because it says Quentin Tarantino on the front of it. Can you imagine that, though, seeing the trailer just says, from the guy who brought you Pulp Fiction, Reservoir Dogs, Kill Bill Volume 1 and 2. Well, he didn't direct From Dusk Till Dawn.
He was in it.
He was in it.
Yeah.
Writer of True Romance, because apparently he's writing it, too. He's, apparently, having a big part in writing it. And Hateful Eight, Inglourious Bastards, Django Unchained.
Yeah.
Brings Star Trek. It's a very odd combo.
Yeah.
So, Adam, Spiderman. They just apparently released a new animated trailer for it called Spider-Man Enter Spider-Verse. I'd like to hope that I'm not fucking that up. Animated Spider-Man movie trailer enters the Spider-Verse.
Okay, it's an animated movie.
Animated Spider-Man movie Into the Spider-Verse. And it's got its teaser trailer out there. So we're going to be
before I thought it was a TV show, and then I immediately thought
it's a movie.
Shitty, tiny character designs like Teen Titans Go. And I was like, no, immediately. But you told me it's a movie, so now I'm going to have to look at what everything looks like.
Okay. All right. We will be right back. Both me and Adam have not seen this trailer, so we're going to get our fresh takes on it as soon as we get back. All right. Okay, and we're back. Me and Adam Adam and I just watched the new Spider-Man trailer. Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse?
Yeah.
Is that what it was called? Yeah, yep. Into the Spider-Verse.
It looks like a CG animated film. Doesn't look terrible. You know, everybody knows if you listen to the show for a long time, I hate CG. Mm-hmm. It didn't look terrible.
Yeah, it seems like it's a combination of CG and like hand drawn looking. It looks kind of like his facial expression looks kind of drawn. I don't really know. It's kind of odd to me. I enjoyed the trailer.
Yeah, it was pretty good. It
stars Miles Morales.
Yeah, Miles Morales is going to be... Well, that's all that we know about.
What do you mean?
There's clearly going to be more than one Spider-Man. I don't know if they're all going to be Miles Morales, but there's...
No, I think it's Peter Parker and Miles Morales are both in the same universe.
Well, there was a point in the trailer where they show the uniform from Spider-Man 2099 or whatever the hell that one is.
Did they?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't. I completely missed that.
Yeah, and
I didn't even see it.
There was also somebody riding a motorcycle that looked like they were in that Spider-Man Noir.
So you think this is that based off like? Do you think this is kind of following that game storyline?
No, I'm not saying it's following that same storyline, but I think it's like a similar concept. It was like Web of Shadows or something, Shattered Dimensions or something like that.
I think there was Web of Shadows and Shattered Dimensions. I think there were two. I'm kind of interested in it.
Yeah, it looks like it's going to be good.
There was
Marvel's involved. It's Sony Animation
There's
Studios.
like points where he's like touching shit and then like it turns into like a comic book real quick. I don't think that's how the movie's going to look.
Yeah, well, we don't know.
Yeah, we don't know, but I'm kind of interested in that. Mm-hmm. Miles Morales is a nice way to also bring in some diversity, especially because a lot of people love the Miles Morales character. Yeah, I'm not too familiar with the Miles Morales character. I mean,
he's a good character. I like him.
Yeah, I know that in the universe, when Peter Parker dies, he takes over. But this one, it seems that Peter Parker is alive in it as well. There's a point where there's like he seriously straight up says in the trailer. You'll see it at the bottom here, but it says. Jump into a world where there are more than one person that wears the mask. Yeah. And then it also shows...
He's talking to somebody that's like...
It's totally Peter.
Shattered.
That's totally Peter Parker.
It's clearly Peter Parker.
Yeah, it's clear.
He's like, how many of there are us?
Yeah.
Or how many of us are there?
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, wow. I thought that was going to be a real shit trailer, to be honest.
Yeah, I kind of did too when you said animated. But like anytime I hear animated, I'm like... With the way the animation is in this day and age, it's probably going to be shit. But it didn't look like it was going to be shit.
Huh. Well, this is just a small little thing. I actually heard this on another podcast, so I thought I would throw it on here just as a fun little kind of dumb topic. It doesn't really have anything to do with anything we typically talk about. I just kind of thought it was an interesting thing, is that AOL Instant Messenger is shutting down on December 15th.
Yeah.
I just kind of found that out like the other day. I was like, I didn't know it was still around.
Yeah, I didn't either. I don't think many people probably didn't. I'm kind of sad that I'm not going to be able to...
What is the Exchange going to do? That's how they communicate with each other.
Oh, they're fucked.
That's how they communicate between each store.
Oh,
I'm sure there's another system.
They're going to have to Skype, probably.
I'm sure there's another system.
A lot of businesses use Skype.
Yeah, but... This is the Exchange. Adam and I met each other at a local store around...
Local chain, yeah.
Local chain called the Exchange. It was a used...
Music, movie, games, memorabilia type store.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Great store. Love it. Just... It has a lot of inner workings that are just... Its upper management is just not...
Shit.
Yeah.
I'm just going to come right out and say it. Their upper management is fucking dumb.
The upper management of the Exchange, the owner of the business, said that the internet was a fad. That's not... I am not making that up.
Yeah.
That was trickled down from higher-ups that said that this internet thing is a fad. How can you be an owner of a business and believe that?
And think that the internet is a fucking fad.
Yeah. But, I mean, I just kind of thought, I mean, Adam, do you remember any memories of your AIM? Did you ever use AIM?
Yeah, when I was in high school.
Yeah, I used it too.
I remember, like, setting away messages and changing the color of your text and,
Ooh.
like, meeting somebody who doesn't know how to do that shit and fucking blowing their mind by teaching them how to do it. I'm pretty sure that's the
first thing that brought emojis.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I know.
All I remember is the thing that was, it was the commercial at the top of it would go, what? Say something.
Yeah.
What?
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember that?
Mm-hmm.
That was for AOL. That was the voices that they started adding voices to the emojis.
Yeah. I bounced back and forth between. I used them all. I used MSN. I used Yahoo because you could play that little pool game on there with whoever you're chatting with.
I remember that.
Yeah.
That was cool.
I bounced around a lot. Like, AIM was clearly the most popular. Like, most of the local people that I knew used AIM, but most of my foreign friends.
You're the only person I've ever known that called it AIM. I always just called it AIM. I just said it out.
Whatever, dude. It's the same shit.
No, I know. I've never heard it. I'm like, AIM. Oh,
maybe people don't call it AIM, and I'm the only one.
Well, it's like the same people that do, you know, that say other stuff like that, like Ness.
Yeah, well, fuck them. Those people...
What's the difference between you and them?
Because fuck people who say Ness and SNES. People that say SNES... All right, let's just move on to something else.
Please, just move on. But I mean... I remember one of my memories of the AIM was I got this really cute girl's tag. I don't even know what the hell username.
Yeah.
Who I was talking with her and we were just kind of like, you know, I guess high school flirty type of bullshit. No, I stepped away from my computer and my brother just writes, "Show me your tits." On the thing.
Oh my god! Did you explain that to her?
I said it was my brother, but I don't think it ever recovered. I think it was like, "Show me your tits," or like, he walked past and just wrote something really fucked up, and I was just like, it never recovered from that. I just thought that's one of my funnier, like, type of memories. I was just like, oh my god, Brian, why did you do that? You asshole. That was such a dick move.
Yeah.
Oh my god. But, well, farewell, AIM. I haven't used you in probably since I was 13 years old, but...
Yeah, I don't think I've touched AIM since I was 17.
Yeah, so... Oh, no, last time I touched it, I was 16. Because I remember, because I broke my ankle, I was on AIM all the time. But I just thought that was a cool little, like... It was a little thing I just wanted to throw in there. I just thought it was interesting. I didn't know it was happening. So, Adam... This is our last podcast until Star Wars The Last Jedi comes out.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Okay. I was just going to say, is that all you had? You're just excited? You don't know anything?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what's going to happen.
Did you enjoy The Force Awakens?
It wasn't phenomenal, but I enjoyed it.
See, I'm one of those people that really likes The Force Awakens. I really enjoy The Force Awakens. It's one of the few movies that when I watch it, I have a huge smile on my face every single time.
Yeah, I didn't have that. Like, I understand a lot of people talk about how their, like, nostalgia smile kicked in for the entire movie. Didn't happen for me.
No. Mm-mm. You were a big Star Wars fan, though, weren't you? Yeah,
well, I mean, I like the original trilogy. Mm-hmm. I'm not really a fan of the second trilogy. I like some of the extended universe stuff. Obviously, Dash Rendar, I've talked about on the show before. So the Shadows of the Empire side story shit, big fan of that. I'm kind of cool with Kyle Katarn and all that shit.
No, he's not currently in the canon.
Yeah, I know. All the cool shit that I liked is fucking...
Well, you gotta be fair. I mean, everything after The Force Awakens, they've only been building this canon for 2 years now. How long has the expanded universe been going on?
What are they going to do? Bring in Dash Rendar as an 80-year-old man?
No, well, what they could do is...
just write him into the universe at a later time?
They wrote in Grand Admiral Thrawn.
True.
They still have all that time in between Return of the Jedi and The Force Awakens. They have all the time. Like, there's so much time in between.
There is one thing
Shadow of the Empire takes place after Empire Strikes Back.
Yeah, it does.
So
it kind of starts during Empire Strikes Back.
All they need to do is just do one book. Throw Dash Rendar, and there you go. Your favorite characters, like, throw them back in there.
Yeah. The one thing I do want to talk about is, the bullshit Dragon Ball Z-esque power leveling that's going on in the Star Wars universe.
Yeah, you mean how, like, they're now saying that Supreme Leader Snoke is now stronger than, like, everybody?
Yeah, just stop. Like, that's what made me stop watching Dragon Ball Z. Like, after the Cell games, we went to Majin Buu, and Majin Buu was such a fucking long, drawn-out saga.
Yeah, that's true.
And it's like, he's fucking invincible, and you're like, well,
that's kind of my irritation with Super.
Yeah, Super's doing the same shit.
Yeah, it's really excessive.
I know some hardcore Dragon Ball Z people that are like, fuck Super, I'm done with it.
It's the power leveling system just does not make sense. It's just going too much. I kind of was hoping that with Super they were kind of getting away from these ridiculous transformations, but there's me being a dreamer.
Well, like, you gotta realize...
Super's not bad, but its animation's wonky, its stories are kind of weird, and I agree, the power leveling system is kind of all over the place.
And they fucking... This is mildly connected to Star Wars, so I'm going to talk about it. Like, they're explaining how people go Super Saiyan in Dragon Ball Z with S cells, kind of like how Jedis have midichlorians and
I'll tell you now, they're never going to mention midichlorians ever again.
Yeah, they better not.
They're never going to do that. But I'm really excited because this movie looks like Disney is enthralled with it. They love it. They gave Rian Johnson, the director, a whole new trilogy to do whatever the fuck he wants. Oh, not whatever he wants. I'm sure they have a plan, but he's doing a whole trilogy separate.
I hope it's Shadows of the Empire.
I'll just tell you this. If Shadow of the Empire has any chance, I'm going to say it's going to be a TV show.
I don't give a shit. Just give me some Shadows of the Empire
stuff. Like a season of a show. That's what I think.
What, like a Disney streaming service show?
Something on the lines of Rebels they could do, like
a
season.
No, I don't want that. Don't fucking do that with my Shadows of the Empire, you fucking
I'm just saying, that's the most likely solution for it.
I'll stop talking and watching about Star Wars.
Shadows of the Empire is not a very big story.
I don't give a shit. It's good.
It's like a comic book size story.
I mean, it was a novel.
Yeah, it's a very short novel. I think
know.
It's only like it's only like this thick.
Dash Rendar as a character is pretty fucking cool. He goes up against what's basically the space mafia.
Yeah, I know.
And the Empire at the same time.
Now that you don't have Han, I mean, you could maybe bring in Dash Rendar.
I think that there'll be a character that takes his place.
You mean Poe?
Maybe, I don't know.
Seems like Poe is kind of being... I mean, I love all the characters in The Last Jedi. I'm so excited to see this movie. I mean, I just want to see Luke Skywalker turn on a lightsaber, please. Don't have him fucking just sit there and just take off his hood again. Because I was like, oh my god, it's Luke Skywalker, what the fuck?
End of film.
I mean, did you ever hear the story of Mark Hamill, who said that they had him working out nonstop, like 6 months of training, Jedi swords, sword fighting skills, working out, dieting, and he's like, I just kind of thought I would do a lot more than turn around and lift my hood up.
Well, that's because Mark Hamill was really out of shape at one point.
Well, yeah. I mean, he kind of, his career kind of just went down the toilet because of the after Star Wars.
Because of Corvette Summer?
Yeah. Corvette Summer and that car accident.
Yeah.
Just fucked up his face a little bit. He just wasn't as bankable. And it,
well, he was in the first Guyver movie, live action Guyver movie. He was the cop, remember?
I'm aware of Guyver.
That's a good fucking film. I'm sorry that you don't like it because you have no heart.
I'm talking about his career went down the fucking toilet and you bring up Guyver.
That's a good movie.
Okay, whatever. What was the game that he was in?
Oh, fuck.
Where he's the live action? Oh, shit.
Oh, he was in Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back.
Okay.
I know what you're
as
saying.
Cock Knocker.
Critically panned movies. Yeah, I get it.
I love Jay and Silent Bob Strikes Back, but as I said, he was in a fucking movie with a character called Cock Knocker.
Yeah.
Wing Commander.
Wing Commander, yeah.
Wing Commander 3, I think.
3 or 4, yeah.
That was, but I mean, I'm happy, because I think Mark Hamill's actually pretty talented. I mean, his voice work overs are just incredible. But I'm happy to see Luke Skywalker come back. I hope they don't kill him off. I would be really upset if they did. But my expectations are pretty high for this.
I will say that I have one worry. I think they're gonna like canonize the Gray Jedi, and I just don't.
You don't like the Gray Jedi?
Not like, dude. I get it. You're like a radical centrist, and you don't fucking believe in anything. That's nice.
Yeah, I don't know, because I don't know. He might bring in the Great Jedi or not, because, I mean, in the trailer he says it's time for the Jedi to end.
That's what I mean. The Gray Jedi are like the in-between the Sith and the Jedi.
Yeah, I know. I mean, they do have him on the trailers and the posters kind of. They have one where he's dark, and then he has another one where he's kind of light. I don't know. I can imagine that if he's teaching Rey, Rey's not going to want to go around.
I don't think Rey is going to be a Gray Jedi. I think Luke is going to be a Gray Jedi, and then you're going to have fucking Gray Jedi fanboys like you have.
I actually don't.
Harley Quinn fan people.
I'm actually going to say that I don't think they're going to bring in the Gray Jedi.
Okay.
I
hope you're right.
I think that he is
right,
on
that's the lamest path that they could possibly take.
I think he is on the island. This is just what I'm thinking. I think he is on this island by himself because he's afraid of something. Like, in himself. I think he thinks he's a danger to people around him.
Yeah, well, is he not?
Well, I don't know. That's what I'm seeing with this movie, because why isn't he coming around and, helping the Resistance? Why is he in hiding? Because something fucked up happened. And
well, it did. They hint at it in the first movie. That he opened the Jedi Temple, which they completely fucking blew over like it never happened, and then Kylo Ren turned to the dark side and killed everybody at the Jedi Temple.
That's the thing. I'm wondering if that is, I don't know. Why is he in hiding, though?
You think he killed everybody at the Jedi Temple?
No, I don't think he killed everybody at the Jedi Temple, but he might have been, he might have done something. He might have. That's why I'm curious. I want to hear all these, there's a lot of mystery about this movie.
He trained Kylo Ren.
Yes.
And he feels responsible for Kylo Ren.
Ben Solo.
Killed everybody at the fucking Jedi Temple.
Well, then why doesn't he stop him?
Plot device.
If he's sitting there sulking because his apprentice fucked up and started killing people.
Have you ever seen a film before?
Why didn't he stop him when he was killing people? I'm just saying, I think
because that's his nephew.
I think
who knows? There's going to be a bullshit.
He almost technically killed his father.
That's way different.
Is it?
Listen, when you're like a young radical and then you become an old man, you automatically become less badass just by aging.
I don't care. I hope Luke is not I hope he's still a badass.
I'm just saying,
he's clearly reluctant to train Rey. Because he seems to be it seems that Rey is just kind of, in the trailers, just kind of hanging out, training by herself. And then I think he's going to see that, okay, maybe I cannot fuck this one up. I don't know. I'm just really curious, and I'll be definitely giving my opinion of it on the next podcast.
Yeah.
And what my thoughts are on it. And I hope it's a really good movie. I hope it's a lot of fun, which I think it will.
Yeah, I think it'll be good.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it won't be good. I'm just saying there's some things that I'm worried about.
That's fair. There's a couple things that I'm worried about where they're going to take it as well.
Yeah.
But once again, it's Star Wars, so please. I mean, it can't be any worse than those prequels. I don't know what the fuck I'm thinking. If it's worse than those prequels, then I might give up on Star Wars.
I definitely will give up on Star Wars.
I might have to get rid of old Vader here. rise a little bit more to the
Well,
forefront.
yeah, we could put your SpongeBob there.
Yeah, we could put SpongeBob there, maybe. I love SpongeBob. What do you want? All right, Adam, that's all the topics we have for today.
Yeah.
So, as always, please, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up.
Yeah.
Share it with your friends that might actually find some of these topics interesting.
Subscribe if you're not subscribed.
Yeah, if you're not subscribed already, subscribing always would be great. Like us on Facebook. You can even follow us on Twitter. I've been trying my best to kind of post and retweet stuff. I'm working on Twitter. I'm not the best with it, but, you know, I'm doing what I can.
Yeah, well, you can't be worse than the president.
Yeah, can anyone be worse than the president?
At Twitter? I don't think so.
At his job or anything. How much is that anything? But, Adam.
He's pretty good about talking about himself.
Yeah, he does. He loves stroking his egos. But, so, Adam, where can people find us on Twitter and Facebook? Get you on this.
On Facebook or Twitter, it'd just be Facebook/ or Twitter/ GTAS Podcast.
Okay. And hashtag GTAS is what I'm trying to... Hashtag GTAS Podcast.
Yeah, on Twitter. Yeah.
So we'll be, once again, as I said, just, throwing this out there.
Yeah.
I will be kind of cutting this. This is the full podcast. And I will be throwing off these topics here and there around the web. I still haven't edited the last one to cut off a couple segments, but that shouldn't take me too long. So I might try to do that this weekend as well as before I edit the rest of this out. But all right, everybody. Thank you again for listening. And as always, farewell.
Fuck Agit Pie. Oh.
Oh, is that what it is?
Sorry.
No.
Bye.
Bye. Farewell, everybody.